Notion just released a feature that broke one of the tools that I created in a video a couple weeks ago. So this tool is essentially a way to quickly capture new notes, bookmarks, tasks, or any other types of data that you want to bring into Notion. And it just makes it super easy, quick, seamless, and it keeps things very simple. And that's what a lot of people liked about it. But recently, when Notion created this new update, it broke that feature the way that it normally works. And if you haven't seen the quick capture module video, you'll definitely have to start there, but go check out that video. You can click on the link in the upper right-hand corner and then come right back to this video, because this video is kind of like picking up where that left off, right? So that video will get you to a certain point, but then you'll find that the feature no longer works as it did in that video. So that's when you can come back here, and hopefully this video helps you guys get on your feet with a quick capture module. If you're someone who purchased the Productive Brain template, check your email, because I sent out an email to all of the Productive Brain users with an updated version of the Productive Brain. It features some awesome new cover photos, and it also features a fix for the quick capture module. So you won't have to implement this yourself if you were a purchaser of the template. We have 2.0 coming out soon, which is going to be amazing. But in today's video, I just wanted to stick on fixing the quick capture module for those of you who have implemented it and who are looking for a quick fix. So let's jump right into it. So this is the Productive Brain 2.0 that I've been working on, and it's going to be released soon. But over here, you'll notice the quick capture module. You should be familiar with this if you've been watching my videos on how to create a second brain in Notion. But I just want to kind of show you how the feature should work, and then I'll show you what's going wrong. So normally, if I hit this new button, it should pop open a side panel like this with a new bookmark entry in this case, since I hit new on bookmark. And I can create a bookmark, right? I could go like youtube.com, and then I could add a URL, and I can pin the bookmark if I want, and it'll show up right here in my pinned bookmark. So it's really just a quick way to add new tasks, bookmarks, or notes. But this recent Notion update has made it stop working. I actually fixed it for bookmarks and tasks, but in today's video, I'm gonna fix it for notes, because as you can see, when I hit the new button, it's not working, and it's not pulling up that side panel, and it basically just broke the feature. You're going to have to implement this for any of the databases that you want to use as a quick capture module like this. And as I said, if you haven't seen the original quick capture video, you have to watch it before this will make sense. But I'm sure you have already checked that out by now if you've made it this far in the video. So I'm going to show you how to fix this now. So what you're going to do if you already have your quick capture module built and this isn't working is you're going to click on the three dots in the corner, and you're going to go to filter, and you're going to remove this created time filter here. So I'm just going to click on it, click these three dots, hit delete. And now I'll see all of my notes in here. To fix this, I'm just going to click into any of my notes. And as you can see, this is just like a random generic note, but just ignore the note. The note doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter which note you click on. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up your properties here, and you'll notice that you have the created time, but you're going to have to create a few more properties to get this to work from now on. So I'm just going to open this in full screen so it's easier to look at. And we're going to go ahead and add a property. Okay. And we're just going to type in formula and then hit enter on formula. Now we're going to give it a name. I'm just going to name it created time plus 5 seconds. Then I'm going to hit enter. And right here where it says empty, we're just going to click. And what we have to do is we basically just have to add 5 seconds to this created time property. So in order to do that, you're going to have to start with date add. Okay, this is a function that allows you to add time to dates. And it allows you to add time in milliseconds, seconds, minutes, all the way up to years. Okay, so I'm going to follow through this date add. I'm going to click on that. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to reference this created time property. So to do that, you're going to type in prop, and you'll see created time pop up. Click on created time. And now I'm going to type in comma, and then I'm going to enter the amount that I want to add. So I want to add 5. And what do I want to add 5 of? Well, that's where I add a comma, and then I can put in quotation marks seconds. Make sure you spell it right, make sure it's lowercase, and then close that off with a bracket. So it's not going to look any different than the created time. But what it's done here is it's actually added 5 seconds to created time. Now we're going to add another property, and this is also going to be a formula. So I'm going to type in formula, hit that, and we're going to call this one capture status. Okay, and then I'm going to click into this empty area, and we're actually going to create a status that we can now filter this by. So I'm going to hit this empty button, and we're going to type in if the property, we have to actually reference this created time plus 5 seconds, and then we're going to type is greater than now, then loading, and if not, then captured. So what this is basically saying is if the created time is greater than now, meaning if this 5 seconds, if this created time plus 5 seconds is greater than now, then it will say loading. So for the first 5 seconds that this is created, in theory, it should show up in your database. It doesn't, but in theory it should, and the status should be loading. Okay, so basically what this is doing is it's allowing me to just have that pop up in the database for 5 seconds really quick. And then once it's captured, it won't show up there anymore. So this is going to allow us to bypass that issue where it wasn't showing up to begin with because the created time was already in here. But once you've done this, you're just going to hit done. And now, as you can see, it says captured because the created time is not greater than now. The created time is in the past. Now we're going to go back to our home page or wherever we have our quick capture module. And we're going to go ahead and add a new filter by hitting these 3 dots, going to filter, capture status, contains, and I'm just going to type in parentheses, loading. Okay, then I'm just going to click into some empty space here, and you can refresh your page if you want this to disappear. Actually hit save for everyone, and then you can hit Command-Shift-R to refresh your page. Now, unfortunately, that's going to bring you back to light mode. If you don't want to be in light mode, hit Command-Shift-L, and now you're back in dark mode. And what you can do now is just hit new. And as you can see, this is actually working again. And it's because we've set up this captured property to filter rather than just using the created time property like we were doing before. So if you want to, at this point, these are kind of redundant, so you can just hide them by clicking on them, hitting hide property, always hide. And if they're still showing, it's because you have your hidden properties open. So you just have to close that. And now you'll just see the properties that you want to see. Again, you're going to have to do this for all of the different databases that you're using this quick capture feature for. And I know this is a bit annoying, but I don't think that we're going to have many issues with this in the future, because what this is doing is it is actually adding that page to the database. It's not basically creating a page that's not going to be in that view of the database, if that makes sense. So if anyone here has a quicker way to do this, please leave it below. This was just the quick, scrappy fix that I came up with when everybody was emailing me saying it was broken. People actually figured out this was broken before me, and I use this every single day. So that's why I wanted to release this video to catch everybody up to speed. Probably not going to be my biggest video I ever release, but hopefully this helps you learn something in Notion. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.